silver sword. It is growing, right? Since I last showed you all, right? And it is toppling over because it is heavy at the top. It is getting heavy at the top. And I don't want, my stems to break down here. So I said, let me repot it, but I'm going to do it live for the family. I'm trying to, actually today I'm just doing, I'm off from work today, but I'm doing a lot of spiritual work today. So one of the things I wanted to do, because on my off days, I like to incorporate other things. So of course, I'm going to be doing my plant care. That's one of them. That's one of the major things that I need to do on my off day, right? So that's what you all going to see me. You all seen this in the last video, family. My Philodendron silver sword. That's what this is. If you look at the last video that I've done, I showed this when I showed my peace lily, family. And I tell you that I had, this plant is known for just taking off, right? This plant is known for just taking off. This plant get relatively large. It could get up to, I think, anywhere from 3 to 4 feet this plant could get. So I want to get ahead and put it in a bigger pot, right? I want to give it more stability in here. So that's what you all want to see me do this morning. I was trying to really think, am I going to reuse my soil? Sometimes I do that. Because I believe that I had gave this fresh soil not too long ago, right? But you all want to see me mix my soil. I'm going to get in on my phone so I can see what you all are speaking of. I keep getting these beeping, so maybe I'm going to turn this off too. But good morning, family. So I'm up here early this morning because I said whenever I can get something done, I'm going to try to get it done, and I have to get it done fast this morning. I have, let's see, let's get in here. If I could get in here. I'm trying to get in on my phone, but and excuse my kitchen. My kitchen is not tidy. I did not tidy up my kitchen today. Okay, let's see. Oh, hopefully I can get in here. Oh, it's showing me that this thing is out. Hold on, family. I'm just trying to get in here. All right, let's see. Let's get over there. All right, I'm in here. Hi, family. Good morning, K-Swin. Good morning, Black Gal. Good morning, Shannon. I'm happy to see you all up here with me this morning, right? I love it when I see you all up here this morning. So I'm just kind of looking for my phone, family. So I'm just going to repot this. As you will see, family, that this was from the last video. It has already grown so much from that last video that I've done. It has already grown so much, it's toppling over. So I said I'm going to repot it in another pot, help it take off more, because this is the pot that I'm going to repot it in. So I'm going to show you all. Right? I know that it is much bigger from this pot, and I like to go, I would never recommend you all, family, to put it in a much bigger pot than what you all are getting it out of. You want to probably go like an inch bigger, like a size bigger, right? A size to 2 sizes bigger. Of course, this is more than a size to 2 sizes bigger than this pot, but unfortunately, my pots that I have is underneath my step in the basement. And because you all know that I had did remodeling last year, a lot of things is covering those steps down there. So the entranceway to those steps down there in my basement. So it's like all my potting and planting stuff is underneath there, which is all my different size pots and, different size tools that I use for plants. And of course my fish tanks. So I had to just get what was visible, which was this, right? And I'm going to be using that pot. And that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. This pot is already clean. Family, I already cleaned this pot and sterilized this because I did use this pot on another plant. And the plant had outgrew this pot, so I still kept this pot. So I've already cleaned this, but I'm just going to spray some alcohol in there, right? Kill anything that's going on in there. But this is already clean. All right, let's see. Let's get this mixture. Hi, family. Let's see if I can see you all while I'm bending down trying to get this mixture. That's a long time, sis. Please recharge. What's yours? all talking about, I've been here for 14 hours. I'm over it. LOL. Oh, Shannon, tell me about it, right? All right, so this is some of my potting mix that I had left over. You all know I just keep that and I use my little thing, whatever you want to call it. And I also keep it, family, I also keep it in, so when you all see me use this plastic, this is just what I mix all of my ingredients up in, right? Before I pour it in my pot. But I also have one of these food grade buckets that I keep it in. So I'll sit this right here in this food grade bucket. That's all I do, right? And I just close it up, and that's how I keep my things all contained. I just want everything contained because I think this one about had it. I think I got a hole somewhere on the side. Yes, I do. Where it kind of like some of my dirt kind of comes out a little bit. I have to get a new one of these eventually. So what I'm going to do, family, is I'm mixing up my potting mix. You all know I don't use anything fancy, family. This is what I'm using, right? This is my potting mix that I'm using. It's Miracle Grow, right? It controls moisture. I use that, so what you all want to see me use is, it's nothing fancy, it's nothing major, right? I'm just a simple person, so I'm going to add some more in here. How's everybody doing this morning? Shannon, I'm so sorry that you have to work like that, right? That's us all, but doing 14 hours, I know, because I work 12-hour shifts too at times. And then I'm going to put some of this cactus potting soil in here. I'm going to mix it, right? This just helps for good drainage too. So I'm going to mix that, even though that right there controls the drainage. But I just typically just mix some of that in there, right? So I do a mixture in my pot. Another thing I like to do is this right here. Yes, I am. It's like working. It's like working in conjunction and working against each other. But family, trust me, you'll understand. This right here helps retain the moisture, and I know that one controls the moisture, right? And we want it well drainage, but we also want it to hold on to some moisture, right? These silver soil, it like to have that moisture, like that evenly mixture of moisture going on there. So I am going to put a little bit of this in here, not too much, right? Just a scoop of this in here. So that's what you all see me doing, putting a scoop in here, and I'm gonna mix this up. I usually put my orchard bark, but I left my orchard bark downstairs, family. And I know if I go down there right now to get that orchard bark, which I should really, you all gonna hear my dog barking really loud this morning. Because I have one out. Luna is out just casually running around, getting into everything. And Paws is actually in the kennel. I had to actually put him in the kennel because he was out running rampant like 5 something in the morning, family. And he was pouncing on Luna. And I just was like, okay, you have to stop this, right? So that's what I'm going through right now. I'm trying to train him. He's a puppy, but he is much bigger than my Luna. And he's being very difficult with my Luna. And Luna don't want any parts of him. So that's what's going on, right? I have a lot of pets in here, as you all know. So that's what you all see me doing. I'm just doing a mixture, and I really should go and get that orchard bark. So let me go and run downstairs real quick to get that orchard bark, family. I hate to do this to you all. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is my orchard bark, family. And I just put this in here. And the reason why I use this orchard bark, right? I use it, I always keep these because I use it for certain plants that I have, right? But I use this because I don't like the clumps. You ever know when you water your plants and they get all clumped up, and I just like the orchard bark because it helps with that. I don't want too much in here. I don't want too much clumps in here, but I do want some in here, right? I be feeling like it's just rocks, right? I don't want, it's not rocks, right? It's the orchard chips, the tree bark. But I be feeling like, you know, if it's too clumpy. All right, so I have that going on, family. So that's my little mixture. You all can make your mixture suitable to your plant needs, right? So this is how you all see me doing mine. And I am going to put it in here. I hope you all can see me. I'm trying to move this gently because I knew that this thing was going to topple over. I said it's going to be one, it's just going to snap, and I want to get it, and I want to get it stable before this happens. Another thing that I like to use, this is this earthworm casting. This is a good fertilizer, right? This is another thing, right? And I have another one that I use. I use another one. I use actually two more. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, just a little bit of this, right? Mix this around in my soil. It's not much. Some people use this on their plants. They vegetables, excuse me, they fruits and vegetables, that's it, right? And I'm just gonna mix that in there. That's all I'm gonna do, is mix that in there. It's just a good good fertilizer for them, right? From what I've known is like the worm castings is really good, right? And it has been. I have a big bag. I used to have small bags, but I have a big bag. I haven't been through that big bag so far lately, but I haven't ran through it, let's just say, because I'm very cautious of the amount that I use in here. Okay, so I have that mixed up to my liking, right? How I want it. Let's get this. Let me just get this pan, right? Just to go under here. So I won't have a disaster as I'm pouring this in here. I don't want a disaster, family. You all know how it gets when you're messing with this dirt. I like to keep a bag underneath here. That's the best way to go. Here's my stick that I'm going to put in here. All right, family. This is just going to help me with the stability of my plant. I'm just going to rinse this off real quickly. And excuse my backside, family. Right? It's early. It's 7 something in the morning. Just rinsing this off. Just giving it a good rinse. Family, you all, and what I generally do, family, is I generally take this and you know, you can reuse it. Just clean it. I've cleaned it after I finished using it the last time, right? I've cleaned it off, but I'm going to clean it off again. Just, you know, rinsing it off because I've already cleaned this. This has already been cleaned, but sometimes I throw these things all around. All right, you want to get this at the bottom of where your dirt is at. So it's like this, family, so you're not really seeing it, right? It's down there at the bottom. Okay. So I have that, and then I have the dirt on top of it, so that's where I'm going to lay my roots at, on top of here. I think I'm going to put it up a little bit more. Let me put a little bit more because this plant, this pot is a little bit big, right? It's deep, deeper than that one. So I'm going to put this up a little bit more. I'll see what you all are saying in a minute. And again, family, that's my Philodendron silver sword that I tell you all about. That I had to repot this. I didn't want to keep waiting. Although I know that this should have been repotted. And I know that I should have got my bag. Let me see if I can use one of these bags. Because I know that I have a mess everywhere. Here's one of my empty bags. Let's just use this. This is the best time, family, for you to inspect your plant roots, right? When you're repotting. And this probably needing water, family. And I'm just gently, like, you know, digging, gently, like, massaging in here to try to break up whatever's in here without trying to hurt my roots or anything that's going on in here. Right? Because I don't want to disturb them too much, family. I know that it is taking off, and I really don't want to disturb it too much. But from what I could see, my roots, it's looking good in here from what I could see. Right? I don't want to disturb it too much, family. Because I know I have some that's just, I just don't want to. And usually when I feel like that, that's what I don't need to do. So I'm going to spray some of my peroxide in here, on here, before I repot it. This is not going to do anything harmful to your plant. All right. And I'm just going to leave this just like that. Yes, family. I'm leaving it just like that this morning. And this big old root ball, although I'm really trying to get in there, but I know I don't really have the time to get in there, and I know that I'm going to wind up damaging some of these roots because I see the way it is coming through here, and I know that that is what's going to happen, right? I'm trying to prevent that. Let's see. I'm trying to prevent me from snagging something, although I got one of the babies off. Okay, good. I'm gonna plant that at a different. Let's move this. Let's move you, baby. Right, I got one loose. Let's see. And I do this a lot to my plants, family. I've never had a problem. So I just try to basically stick to what I know that doesn't really give me any problems, family. So I'm going to leave this just as it is, right? It doesn't want to come through. I'm going to leave it just like that. Let's get some dirt, put some dirt around here, right? I don't know if I should let this heighten up. Yeah, let's let this come up a little bit more, family. So this is my Philodendron silver sword, family, that has taken off, right? I'm just repotting it, so that's what you all see me doing. I'm just repotting this, right? It has taken off a great deal since the last time that I've had this up here on my channel. I'm probably gonna have to do another batch. So that's all you see me doing. Now, family, when you all repot your plant, make sure that you inspect your roots. If anything funky may be going on with your plants, inspect your roots, family. to ensure that your roots is growing, you know, is healthy. Because that's where it all starts from. It starts from the roots. So make sure that you all are checking the roots. Okay, there we go. All right, I think that's at a good level that I wanted at. Because I don't want it too far down there in my pot, and I don't want it too high up, but I know I don't want it too far down there. Okay, so I'm just trying to balance it at a good level, family. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to get this in here for stability. All right, let's move this. I'm sorry, family, this is going to be like that. Right now, it looks a mess, family, but trust me, when you all see it in a couple of weeks, you'll be like, oh my goodness, Miss T, is that the same plant? Right? Yes. All right, so I'm going to just make another mixture of this because as you all can see that I'm out of it. And it doesn't matter because I have it in this bowl, so whatever is left over, if it's too much, I just store it and keep it for my next plant that I need to repot. And I do need to repot more plants. So that's what you all see me doing, is just putting some more of this potting soil in here, family, as you all can see. Just putting some more of this potting soil. So good morning to the family, and again, congratulations, right, to Shannon. I can't see the comments right now, family, because I'm just trying to mix this. And I said, I know that I have to get this done, family, so I said, well, let me record it for the family, in case the family want to see how I've been doing my repotting my plant. Again, this cactus soil that I'm using in here, so I'm using that as well. So this is just a mixture that I got going on here. Then let's get a little bit of this. Peat moss going on in here. And this is also good. This peat moss is also good for root development, right? So that's you know, it promotes healthy root development. So that's peat moss, again, that is a good thing, right? I know I have a lot of mixtures going on in it, but that's how I do some of my plants. It just depends on what plant I'm working with, right? I'll put some rather than, I don't put this mixture right here that you see in all my plants, right? Some I leave out. And again, that's my orchard bark, family, that you all see me using. Right? Try to get like a little mixture going on here so I don't have all my dirt all clumped up in there. You all know how it is, family. So that helps. That helps with it. Just to help it drain a little bit, right? So the water won't be sitting soggy up in there. That does help. I don't know, a lot of my plants seem to like this mixture. That's the same mixture that you see me doing is the same mixture that I had in here, right? That was in this pot. So nothing changed. I'm gonna put a little bit of this worm casting in here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that. And like I said, this is like a fertilizer in here, right? Plant food, whatever you want to call it. All right, so I put this much in there. It's not much, right? And just get that all around in there. Usually when your plants take off and grow like that, you want to give it a good amount of fertilizer or plant food or whatever. You know, help it thrive. Because it's sucking up all that nutrients from the soil and whatever you may be giving it, right? Water's just not enough. So you want to be doing that. Okay, let's move this. All right, I have that all mixed up the way I want it, family. Let's bring this back. Let's finish working on this. And then I have this baby one here that I was able to separate in here. So I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that in here too, family. So I'm just taking this dirt and putting it around in here. Alright, I'm hoping that you all could see. That's what I'm doing, is taking this dirt and putting it all around. Right, evening it out all around. I do have my baby one. This is a baby one that has come through, right? I want these leaves to get as big as these ones, so let's just find a spot right here for this, and I'm just going to plant it right in here in this spot, right? And let it do its thing right there in that spot, right? I'm going to keep it with the plant. I'm not going to take it out. Right? So it's right here. Let's just see how this do there. Uh-oh. You hear my up. All right, let's get some more around here. All right, all my roots is covered. It's looking good. Now I'm gonna take a piece of my maybe I should have moved this over some. Let's move this over. I still have time to move it over. Position yours how you want to position your plants. That's another thing, family. When you're repotting your plants and you have plants leaning a certain way, this is the perfect time to position it the way you want to position it. If it's not the way you want it, fix it. You have the opportunity to do that when you're repotting it. Okay, family? So take advantage of your positions when you're repotting your plants. Put it how you want to have it laid out, right? Any kind of way you want to have it grown, just position it that way. Sometimes we have plants doing this funky kind of design, right? This wave that they grown up crazy in a pot, and we're like, okay, well, how am I going to fix that? When you're repotting your plant, that's the best time to do it. All right, I have these little Velcro stickies, family. These Velcro stickies is actually what I'm going to use to help stabilize my plant. And I don't throw these out. I have a big roll of them that I keep, right? That I purchase, and I don't throw them out. I reuse them. And so what I want to do is I want to hold it around this major stem right here, and I just want to clamp it on here to have it more stable. I like this because it's gentle on your plants, right? Now you see how that is. Now that's stable. I don't have to worry about that moving. It's in here with this. And that's about it, right? And then I'm going to clamp this one. So I have this one clamped there. Let's see. Sorry, family, I got you all down so far. And I don't really, let's see if I can get this up. So, I don't know, because I have to, family, let me tell you, sometimes when I adjust these things and I don't know how to adjust it back, I really don't know how to get this back. I don't know how to keep it back. What do I gotta press here? I don't know, family. I gotta figure it out, right? How to get this adjusted. Now this one, right? Because I want to tackle this one too, right? I want to get this up there, so I'm gonna get this too. Somewhere along in here. I'm gonna get it right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it there. Let's see, is this big enough? So I cut mine to size. I cut it thin depending on how I want it, right, family? Depending on how I want it. Let's get that out of there. And I'm moving this. I don't know what Luna done got into something, family. You hear that? Luna done got into something. Whatever she got into. All right, so we're gonna put this here. And then I'm going to, I don't want to get no leaves caught in the process. Let's get this going here. All right, let's see, because I don't want to get none of those other leaves. Yeah. All right, now this is not tight at all, so it has a little wiggle room. I'm not doing it tight at all, family. It's loose, but It's still tight enough to have it stable, so it won't be leaning, falling, flopping, and breaking, right? And I'm sorry, family, if you all got animals in your house and you all hear my lovely pup barking back there, because and I'm just gonna move this sheath that's on there. I'm just gonna take that off, right? Sometimes I wait till it's all looking decay before I pull it off, but I'm just gonna help it around, right? So there you have it, right? My Philodendron silver sword that is repotted. All right, family, it is repotted. It is growing nicely. I have it in a bigger pot, more airy, getting more room, more nutrients. Of course, with more dirt, it means more water, family. So it's getting more water, right? That's what I have going on here. Now it is stable. It is not wobbly like you all seen it. It's here on this posting. And I will show you all how I do make my postings too, because I make a lot of my postings. So I will show you all that in another video, how I'll be making my postings, right? It's really not easy, but it beats paying a whole lot of money at these stores, right, family? So let's see what you all are saying here in the comment section. Hi, good morning, T Rose. Good morning, family. Good morning, Wealthy Healings. Good morning, Chrissy. Good morning, High Priestess Holly. Good morning, family. I see you all. All of the plants stay in the Miss T. What do you mean? All the plants stay in. If you mean that, because I probably missed some comments up there. If you mean that, and of course I got a hell of a job to clean up, family. I'm gonna take you all to my sink this morning, and my sink, family, let's prepare you all. My sink is a mess because nobody did dishes last night, but this is reality, okay? This is real life we dealing with here, right? This is what happened when nobody does the dishes, right? So in my sink, you'll see this bucket, and I have a deep sink, right? I have a farmhouse sink, but you'll see nobody did the dishes, right? So just overlook that, okay? Try to overlook it, family. I'm taking you all to my sink so I can show you all. This is what I do, right? I give it a good watering. So right now you want to see me give it a good watering. Let's see if I can bring you all down some. Okay. And if you was asking, do all, and I make sure the water is cool, not cold, right? Like warmish, coolish, because they like that. If you're asking, do all the plants stay in? Yes. All the plants that I took out of my pot, I repotted them together. Okay, family? Now, if you want to break up your plants because maybe you have a lot of plants going on in there and you don't want a full look, you can take them out, right? You can do that. But if you want to keep a full look, keep all your plants together. All right? But if you are one of those people that you want to have a bunch of the same plants, then yes, I advise you, you could repot. Like I could have took this small one that I had and repotted that in another pot and let it just, you know, have a little home of its own. But I want to keep it together. So this is a time where I run the water in here and I see how fast and well my soil is draining. And it's draining good. The only thing is with these soils, when you do your pot and you do like well draining soil, family, the only thing is that I'm going to say is when the humidity get high, which this plant loves humidity, right? The silver sword, the Philodendron silver sword loves humidity, okay? At least mine do, I'm going to say that. But it loves humidity. The only thing that I'm going to say is you're going to find yourself watering it a lot throughout the week, right? You probably, somebody who usually probably water it twice a week, when it starts to get very humid, like this time of the year, summertime of year, you're going to have to be watering it more because this plant can take a lot of moisture. All right, family? So I want you all to keep that in mind. But it all depends on how you mix your soil. It's going to allow you to either have to water more or water lightly. Okay? The soil matters. Right? But I love my soil. I just cracked that, family, but that's okay. I love my soil to be well drainage, I will deal with watering my plants according to their needs. So I don't have a problem with that. But as long as my soil could drain well, because I don't want to cause more mold or root rot or anything like that within my plants. So I make sure that it can drain well. All right, family. So this is the time you want to inspect your leaves, right? Look over your leaves, right? When you repotting your plants, right, you should be doing that regardless if you're repotting, but especially when you're repotting your plants, family, you want to make sure that you're looking over your leaves, right? If you're going to put some, if you're going to shine them, this is the perfect time to shine them. Some people use leaf shine. I do not use those things. You all know that. I use neem oil on my plants. So that's a good time to use it. Another thing I use is the neem oil pellets in my plants. I didn't put any in here this time, but I do use that, and I will scatter some around in here, all right, on lightly on top of this soil. That's another thing that helps control these bugs, okay, because it has properties in here to actually like to ward off all those bad bugs, kill them off, right? So I like to use that. I have other beneficial properties as well, and it is a fertilizer. But I do put some around the rim and cover it a little bit, but it helps with those little bugs. You know, you ever see those gnats, those plant bugs or whatever? You probably only see, as much plants that I have, you probably only see, I'm going to tell you, out of 5 plants, you probably just say out of 5 to 10 plants, you probably only see 1 or 2 flying around, right? Because I'm big on that them pellets, and and it's all natural, right? The neem oil pellets. And you can also put neem oil drops in here too for that. But I'm very big on that, family, and it helps with that. It really does. So I'm just giving it a good watering, family, before I sit this where I'm going to sit this, and this is going in my window. I'm going to let it drain real good in this sink, and I'm done. Right? Just keep an eye after you repot your plants, family. Just keep an eye on it, right? Over the next couple of days. See how well it's draining. See how your leaves are looking. You want to be doing these things, right? Remember, if your plant is wobbly or anything, you want to put a post or something in there to help stabilize it, right? You could make your own little post, right, out of twine and different things, but I will show you all how I do mine as well, okay? I got a new baby coming up here. Getting ready to come out through here. It's going to come busting out, right? So this, again, this is my plant. This is how this has grown down. This leaf right here, look how it had grown down. The way I had it, and it was all clumped up and smushed up on everything, right? I had no room, and it really had no room, and I was so scared to move this plant because it was so unstable. I didn't want to move it in that pot that it was in because it was just wobbling everywhere. And I said, I know if I move this the wrong way, it's going to snap. So I've been very careful on how I was handling this plant when it was in the other pot. Right, this is still draining, so I'm going to let this continue to drain. All right, let's see how good this is draining. And as you all can hear it, draining pretty good. And that's what I do. I'm just going to leave it there for a little while, let this drain, right? And then I'm going to put it on my put it back on the tray, okay, and I'm going to put it in the window in the spot so it could just go ahead and get that light, because this is the best time. It's getting ready to get that light. Just like that indirect light, not too much bright light, but that indirect light and a lot of humidity. So where I'm putting that in my window is like the perfect spot. That's where it's been. That's where I'm going to keep it, and that's where I'm going to leave it, you know, to go ahead and do what it do. But I will show you all this plant in a couple of weeks so you all can see how it is taking off, family. But this is the Philodendron silver sword, and I'm just showing you all how I repot my plants. All right, family? And it is still draining in there. So that's about it, family. So you all got to see me this morning. Good morning, family. You all got to see me this morning in my gown, family. I know it's not the best look, family, but it's early in the morning, and I'm actually I didn't get up to start getting things done, but this is life, right, family? You get to see me in the raw. And what I do is, this is my bucket. This is my bucket, family, and what I do is I just take this. I'm done with this, right? There's a lot left over. I can use this for my next repotting, and guess what? It's already ready, right? So I just empty it out, boom, 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 put it in my next pot, whatever pot I'm gonna use. And another thing, family, that's it. And I keep everything contained. And I keep all my plant stuff in one area in my basement. Wherever you may keep it at, in your closet, in your basement, wherever. You have it in one area, you can just get to it, bam, bam, bam. Another thing, if you have these pots, like I order these pots, right? I have several sizes that I order. I rotate my pots because I have a lot of plants. And as my plants grow and I need to meet their needs, I change my pots out. I love to keep these right here. I don't throw them out, family. So if you are a plant lover, don't throw your pots out. Or if you think that you're going to be getting heavily into plants, don't throw your pots out, right? The best thing is to rotate your pots. Just clean them out, disinfect them. You can also buy you other potters, and you can just sit this into a potter that you like. So as you change your pots out and you want to, because some people got a look that they're going for, you can still use these, right? Because it drains very well at the bottom with all these holes in them. So you just want to just put it in your next pot. That's all you have to do. Leave it in here, put it in your next pot that you like, and that will help eliminate a lot of the mess as well. As far as you repotting in those other bigger pots, right? You can keep them in here and just rotate these around. Right, family? So that is it this morning. I'm happy that my family came to join me. I love you all, my plant family. Hi, I'm so happy that you all are here with me. That is it. I have a lot of things that I have to get done today. As I said, today is my day off, and I have a lot of things to get done, right? I just been up early this morning trying to get a lot of things done, right? So that's what I'm doing this morning. So I wanted to share with you all, family. I said I need to repot that. Although I showed you all that video last week, not last week, excuse me, like last month or two on the plant channel, I showed you all my Philodendron and silver sword and how it was taking off, right? When I presented my peace lily. But I also didn't want to repot it. I knew I had to repot it, and I said I didn't want to repot it, but I was showing the plant family how I usually do. So that's why I'm showing it again, all right, family? But that's not the plant that I had in mind to show you all, but I knew that I had to repot, and I know that a few of you all have been asking me to show when I repot, because when I repot is normally off the camera. I'm just trying to repot and just trying to get my plant stable and go on about my day because I'm so busy. But I just wanted to take the time out to record it, right, to show the family, because I know all of you have been asking. Get a potting mix that works for you and your plants, family. Okay, so that's what I want to say, because they have so many. Excuse me, you all know I'm just getting over a cold. They have so many soils out there that you all may not know what to go with. Get a simple brand. You can mix it to your needs, right? And that's it, right? You don't have to be all fancy. Go with this high expensive brand. But if it works for you, then it works for you. Continue to use it, right? Whatever works for you is no wrong or right way, family. So that's what I want to say. It's no wrong or right way, okay? Whatever is working for you, that's what you do, right? That's what you continue to do because it's working for you. If you don't know where to begin, you can kind of take some of my techniques that I do and you can incorporate with what you do, okay? So that's what I'm going to say. So far, I have very good success in my plants. I haven't had any problems. I have some plants that come out of this, little pots like this, and you should see how enormous they look now. It's like I don't know where I'm going to put it. I have no place to put it, right? But I'm trying to find out what I'm going to do space-wise, okay? So I love you all, family. I want you all to have a blessed day. I will go back and read the comments, family. I did read some of the comments. I'll go back and watch the replay so I can see this mix. Yes, Wealthy Healings, please do. It's always a blessing when I'm here with Miss T and family. Yes, Holly, thank you, family. It's always a blessing when my family is here with me as well. So I thank you all for being here, right? I love you all much. Gratitude, Miss T. I'll repot mine this week and try your mix. Yes, K-Swin, yes. And like I said, even if you all don't use everything that I use to mix it, that's fine, right? But at least you want to have an airy mix, right? You want to make sure that it's airy and your plants can get air. It's not soggy and saturated with the soil. You want it to be well draining. That's important, right? As well as getting the nutrients. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. So get a good plant food, a good fertilizer going on in there. Okay? You want to be doing these things, right? Give it that light, that natural sunlight as much as you can. I have some grow lights still in place, but I need it in that area that I'm working with. But as much natural sunlight as you can give it, even if you put it out there on a porch and bring it back indoors later, do that. I have a hard time with leaving my plants out overnight, right? That doesn't work for me. So to drag plants out every day and drag them back in is not really feasible for me. But some plants I may need to do that with, because some plants it needs that, right? It needs that natural sunlight. So I'm trying to work around that, okay? I see you all later. I love you all, family. I want you all to have a blessed morning, okay? Make sure that you all pray over yourself and your loved ones before you walk out that door today, because you see what's going on in today's times, right? But I love you all, family. I want you all to have a blessed day.